We're joined by head coach of the Fargo North Spartans, Travis Hoeg. First and foremost, Coach, number one, congratulations. How does it feel to be able to clinch a spot in the state tournament tonight as opposed to having to wait and do it till tomorrow?
Yeah, I tell you what, feel very fortunate to get the win tonight. I knew Red River was going to come in and just bring a lot of fire, and they did. The game started. I thought we had a great start. Got a little cushion, but then give credit to Red River. They come right back in, play hard, hitting shots, defending, and just make it a game.
Yeah,
just make it a game. So, but no, get back to your question. Absolutely, winning tonight, not having to worry about anything tomorrow. I'm going to be able to sleep very well tonight.
I don't blame you. Now, I was kind of trying to peek ahead. I've seen some of the results out west. Bismarck Century is going to be playing Minot for the top seed out there. You've got some playing games. And obviously, Century, I believe they haven't lost all season. Minot's the defending state champs. So when you look ahead tomorrow, you've got your ticket punched. You've got a chance to play a Davies team who was undermanned a little bit tonight without their star Mason Clabo. How important is it for you guys to try and lock down that number one seed and come out of here not only just for that seeding, but to come out of the East Region Championship as well?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say it is so unfortunate for the basketball fans in the metro area and in the EDC to see Mason go down when he did. The kid is a special player, and I would really wish he was playing for Davies. But to get to your question, absolutely, I want to come in tomorrow night. I want to play much like we did tonight. I want to grind on defense, make some good decisions on offense, and that's been our end goal all season. That was one of our two big goals was to come into the EDC tournament and win it. And so we've set ourselves up to do that. And I'm just going to trust in the boys and trust in the process and hope that they show up tomorrow night and get after it.
When we look back at the first half, and we said this before we came back from break, it really felt like it took a little bit for certain players to kind of get a bucket, kind of get their feet underneath them and calm down, because it seemed like you had a lot of energy there, weren't making some shots and kind of some missed difficult shots. And then once Jeremiah hit a shot, you had a couple other players, DeBoer hit a shot, you kind of got your feet underneath you. Then it seemed like you were able to focus on the defensive end of the court, ratchet up that intensity, and that led from defense to offense multiple times. And all of a sudden, after being down 6-0, you went on a 20-5 run, and we're up 20-11, and looking like you were going to blow this thing open at that point.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. At the very beginning of the game, it was kind of interesting. The guys were juiced. They were ready to play. Jeremiah threw up a shot, and I don't think he hit rim. I think he bonked it off the backboard. That's how, just energetic all the guys were, how excited they were to play this basketball game tonight. But, yeah, you're right. Absolutely. They started hitting a few shots and then just kind of settled into the flow of the game. And, as you guys know, you've seen him play for a while. Jeremiah Sem is a hard guy to stay in front of when he's got the mindset to get to the rim.
Yeah.
And, his little brother Matthew is kind of following in his footsteps. He does a nice job getting at the rim, and in fact, one of our guys welcome yesterday in practice said it the best. He's like, gosh, Matthew's slippery. Mm-hmm. And he just is. He finds a way to get to the rim, too.
Before I toss over to James, I said to James during kind of the broadcast or beforehand, it really felt like in this game tonight, it felt like a game, I can't remember if it was last season or the season before, where Matthew was playing kind of just exactly like Jeremiah, where the shots weren't falling. He was forcing it a little bit, and obviously I didn't really notice at the time the foul trouble, but it seemed as though second half he did settle down. But I saw that exact same kind of scenario like last year from Jeremiah, where he just kind of needed to slow down and let the game come to him. And once they do, then everything starts rolling for you guys. They
sure do. Absolutely. You hit that on the point, man. Matthew is, Jeremiah was that sophomore last year. We've talked about this a little bit with the guys and the immaturity, Mm-hmm. And, Matthew got some big minutes last year for us at state, and I think he's going to be a guy that we can rely on this postseason. But you're absolutely right. He sometimes wears the emotions on his sleeve a little bit out there, but that's something we talk to him about often, his body language and how you respond to calls that maybe you don't agree with and things like that. And he's had a lot of growth over the season, and I'm super proud of that kid. So.
Only question I have for you, before the game you told me Eric DeBoer is going to make his second start of his high school career. 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. It seems like maybe you should have put him in a little bit earlier. I mean, what do you think about that young man?
I tell you what, I approached him at practice before Tuesday night's game. I can't remember if it was Sunday or Friday, and I just said, Eric, I want you to be honest with me, but I have an intuition that I want to start you on Tuesday night. You've been super good in practice. You are playing really well. And what do you think about that? I mean, is that going to freak you out? Is that going to stress you out? Are you going to have some anxiety? And he looked at me stone cold, no emotion. He's just like, I'm ready. And I tell you what, he came out Tuesday, had a great game. Comes out tonight, has another really, really nice game for us. And he's a kid who not a lot of teams know about him a lot. He played a lot of JV for us this year, but he's a kid that can really torch the nets if he gets going. And so that's kind of why I made the decision in the postseason here. Let's get him some minutes because he's going to be a huge part of the team next year as well.
Yeah,
and I like to get guys in the postseason. So
you're holding back that film, kind of your secret weapon. So
exactly.
I like that coaching strategy, Coach.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, hey, Coach, thank you for coming at your time. We appreciate it. We got a couple of players to get to, though. I mean, your guys in the hardwood, they were absolutely outstanding today. So thank you for that. You punched your ticket to state. Congrats on that, and we'll see you tomorrow night. How does that sound?
All right, absolutely, fellas. Thanks for covering high school basketball. Appreciate you.
And
the players will be a much better interview than their coach. So.
Head coach Travis Hoeg of the Fargo North Spartans.